So, yeah. Looks like they're going to spawn, or Hydra's going to spawn top left, Kanata will be top right. And I am hoping for another epic +3 Valkyrie victory. It's like there's some CJ fans. And there's Token White Girl. You see? That's much more interesting than those silly Korean girls who hide their faces. Nothing against Korean girls, but still. Somebody actually needs to do a backflip as they're when they get caught on camera, like go Lita style. I guess there's actually not that much space though in the crowd. Like you could do it if you were standing in the back, but you have to be careful. You don't want to like kick somebody in the head. And it looks like we're seeing the cute couple again. A little bit more embarrassed this time. Wait, why are we seeing this guy again? He's not interesting. He's got a cool haircut, I guess. Whatever. Anyway. Did he make his barracks at the natural? Is that what's going on here? Because I don't see a barracks in the main base. Meanwhile, this is going to be a 12 hatch from Hydra. Oh, he's looking for the camera. Can he find it? I don't get why people shake their signs when it's on camera. Do they not understand that that makes it harder to read? Because it's like, I don't know. It's like if I manage to get my sign on camera, not like that'll ever happen, but you know, if I got my sign on camera, I wouldn't like shake it, because then you can't read it. It like completely defeats the purpose of writing a sign. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking things way too much, as per usual. Anyway, 12 hatch, spawning pool, good stuff. Looks like Kanata walling himself in and then going for some kind of tech play here. I didn't point this out, but we saw just now that he actually used the SCV to start the supply depot so that it would be a drone-type wall, and then he put the SCV back to finish the barracks, and then he's going to finish the depot. Of course, because that's his second supply depot, so he doesn't need that to finish super fast. But he did want to make sure a drone couldn't get in and see his mech shenanigans. So, yeah. Now, wait, an engineering bay? Engineering bay? Kanata is up to no good here. That is not what I expected to see. So he's getting a very fast +1 attack for his Marines. This is almost like that ridiculous cheese you can do in PvZ, where you go like proxy 2, you get a forge and +1, and you proxy 2 gateways and do like a zealot rush, but with +1, and it's ridiculously effective. This is like the TVZ version of that, but I don't really understand this. So he's gonna have like a ridiculously fast +1, and now he's getting command centers. So it's not like he's going to put on any early pressure with Marines. He's just going to have awesome upgrades. This is interesting. I wonder if he's going to go for some kind of like early mid-game timing. He might actually like cut SCVs. So he's going to make the command zone. He might float it out, cut SCVs, and go like 4 racks all in. Like the Ayumi build, but with +1. That actually I think would make the most sense in this situation. If you guys don't know what Ayumi is, it's basically what I just described, although without the engineering bay. You do like a 1 Rex expand. You kind of pretend you're playing standard, but you cut SCVs really early, and you just do like 4 Rex all in. And like a cool thing to do with it is you transfer enough SCVs to your natural so that if they have an overlord there, they see the SCV transfer and they like, oh, okay, so he's making SCVs and it's all standard. But you actually just cut them and you go kill them. Anyways, we did see a fast evolution chamber there for Hydra. The SCV saw that as well, I believe. So that's going to be for +1 carapace most likely, and it's going to be a 3 hatch Hydra. Wait a minute, has he actually misread this build in the exact same manner that GG Amo misread what Lita was doing? Like, 3-hatch Hydra is not standard against Bio. And he just gasped there a little bit when he saw the extra barracks being made. I think he realized he's probably not doing it right. He actually has already taken the bottom left expansion, by the way. So actually, now that he's got the Hydra Den, I feel like he's actually getting +1 range attack and not Carapace. If he had a Lair and was going Lurkers, Carapace would make more sense. But now that he's going Hydras, I'm pretty sure that's going to be +1 range attack. And you know what? This is actually not necessarily a bad build. The general wisdom is that Hydralisks are not effective against Bio. However, there are certain cheeses, like you can actually 2 or 3 hatch Hydra bust a player who's like 1 Rax expanded and going Bio, and you'll just have enough Hydras to just kill him. Like, that actually works, believe it or not. But in this case, especially given the super fast upgrade of Kanata, I'm not really sure how this is going to work, and I do feel that this was just a misread by Hydra. I don't know. Hopefully CJ wins, and then he can explain it in the winner's interview, because otherwise I'm a little bit confused. But you see, he did get Hydra speed, like... That's not really going to do... He doesn't have enough Hydras to actually attack this M&M Force head-on. He's got a few Lings here. He's going to poke a little bit. He's got to be really careful. Interestingly, since Kanata actually doesn't know about this super greedy third at the bottom left, I don't think he's actually going to be too concerned about punishing this, but he actually does have 4 barracks here. I hope we get a shot at the command center, actually, to see if he's still making SCVs or if he's just cutting it and going all in. But see, the +1 is finished now, and this Bio attack is actually going to be super scary. Because Hydra only has Hydralisks. He's going to make a bunch of panic sunkens here. The Bio Ball is actually heading towards the bottom left. Did he actually scout that base? This must mean that he saw the bottom left expansion, actually, so he's going to kill that. I really don't think there's any way for Hydra to defend that, although somehow he got a Zergling into the main base. Looks like he did a Zergling run-by into the main. Didn't do too much. But Hydra having to make so many sunken colonies, and... Is that going to be enough? There's 4 medics. Oh, it looks like Kanata actually doesn't know where it is. I think Kanata maybe scanned the mineral only and didn't see a hatchery there, so now he's looking for where the 3rd base is, because usually when we see a 3-hatch build from Zergs on this map, they put their 3rd hatchery at the mineral only in the back, because obviously, you know, that's protected in their main base, and it's basically like a free expansion. But in this case, Hydra actually, you know, ballering it up and taking the bottom left, but it looks like that is going to get spotted now by Kanata. Ooh, I wasn't paying attention just now. I should have looked at Kanata's mini-map to see exactly how much he's seen, but it looks like some nice target firing on the medics by Hydra. Looks like he only gets 1, though. He almost got that second one. That would actually be very crucial. Generally, when you're going for a sunken bust with Medic Marine, you want at least 1 medic per sunken. That's kind of like the magic number of medics to have. But now it's 3 medics against 5 sunkens, so I think it would be quite risky for Kanata to try and break that. However, he is pumping a lot of units here. But Hydra actually has gone straight for a hive here. This is crazier than crazy, Zergman. He got +1 okay, he did get +1 Carapace, and he has actually gone for a hive without any lair tech. That is a hive, right? Am I just crazy, or was that a hive? Is he actually just gonna sunken into hive? This is mad. This is beyond madness. Like, I don't... What? Serious? This is impossible. This does not make any sense. He literally did not get any high lair tech. He didn't go mutas. He didn't get lurkers. He got Hydra speed and then a hive. What the check is going on in this game? I mean, I was baffled by the super fast engineering bay for Kanata, but now I'm even more baffled. Look at how many sunken colonies there are. Like, Hydra has just like made more sunken colonies than I make cannons. This is impossible. It's unfathomable. He's a Zerg. When was the last time you guys saw this many sunken colonies in a ZVT? I don't think you've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen this many sunken colonies in a ZVT. Especially because the 3rd base at the bottom left is like so open. He just needs a ridiculous number of sunkens. This is like the computer playing StarCraft right now. You know what this is? This is actually like when you first start playing StarCraft and you don't know any builds, you don't know like what upgrades do or anything, and you know, players who just start out, like Day9 actually talked about this, play like ultra turtly. They just make a ton of static defenses. They never move out. They never attack. They never scout. They just like only build static defenses. I mean, that's what you do when you've just started playing StarCraft. So did Hydra like hit his head or something and get amnesia and like forget that he's actually a professional pro gamer, and this is actually like in his mind his first game of StarCraft ever or something? I mean, at least he's getting a hive, so so that's good. But this is crazy. Look at how many sunkens there are at that natural. Somebody's got to screenshot that. That is Oh my god, and Kanata's just calmly busting this down with tanks. Now, what is he actually getting with the Hive? Okay, he's actually just going straight for Ultras. He's cancelled his mineral only. He's actually just done an Ultralisk rush. Just like straight up Ultralisk rush. Literally no units, like 6 Hydras and 6 Lings into Ultras, and Kanata's going to try and break this. That's not going to break. My only concern here is I don't think those Ultralisks can actually leave the base, can they? I think they're actually stuck. I think they're going to have to wait for those Sunkens to actually die before they can leave the base. Now, Hydra's gotten a Spire as well. Presumably that's just to get some Scourge in case some vessels are out or something, or maybe to snipe dropships as well. Now these Ultralisks are spotted. He's just taking siege tank shots right now. I don't understand. Wait, what? Oh, he's just trying to snipe the siege tanks actually, so that his Sunkens can stay alive a little bit longer. And it looks like the siege tanks actually got a little bit too close there, and both get taken down by Sunkens. This is going to buy Hydra some precious time here, but if this strategy works, this is like this can't work. There's no way. Like all the goodness in me, just for the sake of all that is good and right and holy in the world, this strategy can't work. This is too insane. I still can't wrap my mind around it. I'm like watching it unfold in front of me, and it's just like does not compute. I'm actually right now I'm in denial about this strategy. I'm in denial. This can't be real. But he's got +4 Ultralisks, and those are friggin' scary. Those are ridiculously scary. Now, there's a dropship out. Presumably he has some Scourge now. I'm pretty sure his Spire's finished. And, oh, it looks like random burrowed Ling gets killed by Spider Mines. But this dropship could be quite annoying. I mean, you know, that's the problem with sunken colonies. They're not very mobile. You can kind of drop behind them. You know, this is not like SC2 where sunken colonies can walk. Unfortunately, the Zergs in this game don't have the luxury of repositioning their static defenses. You know, the static defenses are actually static. And, oh, doing the cutesy little burrow. Let's see if Kanata bothers to use a scan on this, or he's just going to go after the tech buildings. He's going to go after the spawning pool. I would prefer if he went for the evolution chambers to deny upgrades, because I'm pretty sure that, like, Adrenal Glands is done. Maybe it isn't, but he's going to go for the evolution chamber. That would be actually quite crucial if he gets it. He does get one Evo chamber. I don't know if that was melee attack or carapace. It'd probably be better for him if it was carapace, actually, because the Ultras now already have 4 carapace. If they get up to that magic 5 carapace, they will just take, like, no damage from Marines anymore. And it looks like pool being remade at the bottom left. Note that Hydra's still on 3 bases. He's just now getting his 4th up. But the crucial thing is, though, he has got some sick... like a sick number of Ultralisks already with good upgrades. Although, I mean, Kanata did get fast upgrades as well. His Marines just now we saw were 1-1 already. Presumably getting another attack upgrade. I hope he's getting another attack upgrade, because at +1 the Marines will do 7 damage per shot against an Ultralisk with +4, that's 5 armor. They'll do literally 2 damage per shot to an Ultralisk, which is not very much. And random Ultra guy is chasing Vultures around. This is so ridiculous. Oh man, Hydra is just trolling in this game. But I mean, he's actually like in a stable position now. And oh, looks like tried to take the bottom right there, kind of a hidden expansion, but that's gonna get spotted, so he's gonna have to cancel that ASAPly. Or he might just wait until the last second and cancel it, but that's not gonna get up. He's not gonna be able to get down there in time. I don't think it really matters, though. Looks like he's got his 4th base up now. Now, Kanata did get his mineral only up, so he's technically on 3 bases, but mineral only, you know, it's got only 6 mineral patches, it doesn't have a gas. Okay, no, it looks like he's just now taking his 3 o'clock. So that is going to be quite nice for Kanata, and he has done the full mech switch, of course. He's got 6 factories and a starport making Valkyries. It looks like he is going to go for his mass Valkyrie strategy that he used against Jaedong. Let's see how it works out against what Hydra's doing here. Wow, this is going to be very interesting. I want to see this late game. It's like a dropship guy going to get scourged there. Not a big deal. So, Hydra has somehow at least taken this to the late game. I don't know if it's necessarily worked. I don't know if he's in a good position. I mean, he's down like 60 supply right now. He hasn't really put any pressure at all on the Terran. But just judging... Wait a minute. Oh man, this is actually very interesting because look, now since this actually showcases like a principle that I've been talking about whenever Zergs play on this map, which is rather than take the mineral only base initially, because you know that's obviously the easy one to take. You know, he took a risk, he took the bottom left main, and now basically he can get the mineral only in his main base and the mineral only at the bottom left both for free. It's like 2 extra free bases. You know, he bought 4 bases and got 2 free. It was like a special deal on Electric Circuit. And oh no, it looks like though he's going for a big drop on the siege tanks, but the Valkyries are going to stop this. This is exactly the kind of play that got Jaedong in trouble here, going for a lot of these fancy drops. It looks like he will get most of the Ultralisks out. Is it going to be enough though? It looks like it's going to be very close. That's a very deep siege tank line. Most of the Overlords are down. The Ultralisks have closed with the tanks. It looks like it's going to be in favor of the Terran here, barely cleaning up all the drops here. I'm a little bit surprised. Hydra did get all the drops down. But that is not good for Hydra. You can see him swallowing there a little bit, like, uh-oh. That was a lot of ultras I just lost. And I think that puts Kanata in a very nice position. I actually didn't notice what happened to the Valkyries. I think a couple got scourged, but you know, if he can keep those Valkyries overhead to deny those you know, fancy drop moves over the siege tanks, he will be in good shape here. Ultra Ling is not the most efficient composition, you know, fighting straight up against mass tanks with Vulture support. And it looks like there are just a ton of bugged mines everywhere. What is going on here? Wait, that's a different mine, right? If you don't get what's just happened there, basically there's 2 mines stacked directly on top of each other, so they just bug out and they actually can't move until at least one of them dies. I mean, you do see that occasionally in games, but I don't think I've ever seen that happen twice in the same game. That's actually quite peculiar. That's quite funny. I mean, I guess you know, statistically it's bound to happen eventually. But anyway, the link drop here going into the 3 o'clock. There's a group of Medic Marine there to help out. They're only at 1-1 upgrades. Not the greatest upgrades, of course, since Kanata did do a relatively early mech switch, so not going to bother continuing with those bio upgrades. But now he's getting his natural siege down here, and he's kind of not in a good position to move out. He's going to go out with drops here. He can't. I think he's just walled in anyway, so he has to go out with drops. The Valkyries are not in position, so the drops will go down. But that is just so many units here. The tanks on that ring on the edge unsieging so they can help out. But whoa! Oh my God! I'm pretty sure that was a spider mine blowing up a ton of vultures. Unfortunately for Hydra, it's just not enough. And he's going to get broken down here. He has killed most of the siege tanks, so 3 siege tanks remaining. Going to start shelling. Well, it looks like he's taking down the gas already. I don't think he's quite in range of the hatch rate. Maybe that top left siege tank is. Either way, though, oh man, the Valkyrie's going to go kill some more Overlords here. Man, this Valkyrie late game as the anti-air is a very interesting strategy from Kanata. And it looks like he's going to work once again. We did see him get the 3rd armory just previously, so I'm pretty sure he's getting plus 1 air weapons, or you know, eventually going to go for that +3 air weapon Valkyrie. Like, Kanata, he's going to take down Hydra and Jaedong with +3 Valkyries? Are you kidding me? This, oh man, Kanata, Air Force Ace. I don't know what they're feeding these guys in the house, but they are showing some ridiculous games. And Hydra, I gotta give Hydra props though. This was a pretty funny strategy. I don't know if it was like necessarily the best strategy, but certainly entertaining. And looks like, well, he's moving out with a lot of Ultralisks. The Lings are all dead, but he might clean this up. No, siege tank damage is just ridiculously high. +2 attack done on the mech, or 2-1 rather. And oh man, the Valkyrie's just demolishing all of the supply. Hydra down to like 105 maximum supply here. He's actually going to get supply blocked pretty quickly. And he is losing his natural here. He's just flooding units out piecemeal. That is not the way to go. Well, he's down to 80, 90 supply now against 157. I think Kanata has actually clinched this game here. And whoa, that could have been good if he blew up all those Marines. But yeah, those Cracklings going to finish those guys off easy peasy. 3-1 Cracklings against the 1-1 Marines. And wow, look at that, doing a very cute burrow there at the end as well. 7-kill Valkyrie. So sick. Man, what a game. But I mean, Hydra, he's gonna try and struggle a little bit longer, but this is I don't think he has any possible way of coming back here. I'm just trying to think what he can do. He's down like 80 plus supply. You know, he's going to do some more fancy drops here. He's going to get a few free siege tanks. He is doing some nice counterattacking into the 3 o'clock. Looks like there's actually not any units left anymore, but Kanata should be able to send some vultures down. Yeah, the speed vultures just so quick reinforcing these bases, and so good against Lings as well. Hydra doing another cute little burrow here. And does Kanata not notice this? He's letting his SCVs die. I guess he's just too focused on the attack. Random Scourge flying around, perhaps going to snipe the occasional Valkyrie and or Vessel, I guess. And this burrow, I can't believe this burrow is actually working. Notice that he only borrowed half of his units and not all of them. Basically, if he borrowed all of them, it would be a little bit more obvious to Kanata that that they were actually borrowed. But since he only borrows half of them, if Kanata wasn't paying attention at that exact moment, you know, as soon as he looks back there, he says, "Oh, you know, I killed the last few Lings," and then he doesn't assume to scan there. Funny thing is, I actually heard about that kind of. I actually first heard about that kind of logic on Cole Katz's stream, the SD2 player, who loves to do that kind of. I think he was talking about it in the context of like borrowing your drones against like Baneling or Hellion harass or something like that. But yeah, you don't borrow all of them. You borrow half of them as a kind of like a psychological game thing, so the other person doesn't actually realize unless they were paying attention exactly that moment. Anyway, Hydra's losing his main base. He's down to 70 supply against 181, and GG from Hydra. Kanata keeping Air Force Ace alive in the series with an amazing game, honestly, from both players here. Completely unorthodox strategies, you know, Engineering Bay before expansion versus, you know, no units into Ultralisks. And a great late game as well. Ultraling against a Valkyrie Vulture Siege Tank. Sick game. And we will be going into a game 4. I hope we see Firebat Hero. I see some cheers for Firebat Hero in the chat. I am hoping for it as well. Man, I hope this goes to a game 5. How exciting would that be if we have one final deciding game to see if CJ can make it to the playoffs? That would be so sick.